Today we're going to have a long hard look at an airline that's been trying to earn its trust back from the Australian public. Over the last 3 years, Qantas's reputation has tanked following delays, disruptions, cancelled flights, allegations of misconduct in the market, and the airline is currently trying its best to restore its brand image. So I guess the better question is to ask ourselves, does Qantas have what it takes to win the Australian consumer back in 2023? Let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome to Melbourne Tullamarine Airport Terminal 1, home of all Qantas domestic departures out of Melbourne. The airport is extremely busy at this time of the morning, so I strongly encourage you to time your travels to navigate these crowds accordingly. Our flight this morning is operated by a Qantas 717, so to my loyal subscribers, remember that really emotional video I made back in June about me flying the Qantas 717 for the last time? Well, I guess I just got lucky and had one more last chance to fly this bird. Now, Melbourne Airport at this hour is waking up to the morning rush, so eating outlets will gradually open up. We're not flying business class today, at least in the conventional sense, which I'll explain to you later, so no lounge access for us. Alright, good morning guys from Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport. We're about to board Qantas flight QF 1551 from Melbourne direct to Hobart. The aircraft is operated by Boeing 717, and I thought that I was going to fly that plane for the last time in June, but it turns out that, as luck would have it, I'm on this plane again, so this might be my last time on the 717. That being said, they've just announced of a delay, and they haven't told us how long it'll be, so I guess it's just a waiting game now, and we'll see how everything goes, but thank you for joining, and we'll all have a good flight to Hobart. Something else that I want to add is that when I wrote to Qantas on Facebook asking them if I can make my vlog on board, they seemed really optimistic, and they were like, yep, absolutely, we've got no filming restrictions on board, which is actually very unusual because usually I have to tell them what I'm doing and tell them a bit about how everything works before I get clearance from them. So that was a nice touch. I'm hoping that when I actually start filming there won't be any issues, so we'll see how that goes. Now, interestingly enough, within the time frame of me making this review and editing it, Qantas decided to crack down on filming on board. And while the clause was mainly at preventing passengers from filming incidents or heated exchanges between cabin crew or each other, the move also targeted people like me who do this for social media. Now, I might make a separate video about how I feel about this later on, but all you need to know is that I didn't violate this condition of carriage as it was introduced more than a month after this ticket was used. Victor Hotel November Sierra Echo is taking us to Hobart today. It's a 23-year-old 717. Now, I did notice my seat got moved up to 1 Foxtrot, which is a business class seat, but it wasn't a free upgrade. Basically, what happened was Qantas oversold the flight, so business class seats were used for economy class service as well. So I lucked out on this occasion because I got a business class hard product. I guess on this occasion the odds were in my favor. But don't take this as a guarantee when your flight gets oversold because the chances of this happening are vanishingly small. Like I said earlier, seat 1 Foxtrot is a business class seat in theory, so you get better legroom, adjustable headrests, and a few more amenities in addition to the classic safety information card / air sickness bag.
We would like to welcome back our Qantas and One World frequent flyers along with our Qantas Business Rewards members on this Qantas Link flight through to Hobart. It's great to have you with us. Please place larger bags in the overhead lockers and smaller bags underneath the seat in front of you. If you you are seated at a bulkhead or an exit row, all cabin baggage needs to be stowed in the overhead lockers. If there is no space to store your bags, please bring them to the front of the aircraft so that they can be checked in. It's now time to switch your phone and any other devices to flight mode. You're welcome to use your handheld devices during...
You should be familiar with the brace position appropriate to your seat. If you can regency, if we do have to evacuate, you must leave all items carried onto the aircraft behind. A loss of oxygen at altitude may lead to a loss of consciousness. If emergency oxygen is required, a mask will drop from above you. Pull down on it firmly to activate the flow of oxygen. Put it on quickly and tighten the strap. Oxygen will flow without the bag inflating. Once you're breathing normally, it is okay to help others. Make sure you're familiar with the location and use of your life jacket. In economy, yours is under your seat. If you are in business, it is in the center console. Special life jackets are also available for babies and small children. Your crew member is now demonstrating how to put your life jacket on. Remove the life jacket from the pouch by pulling the tab. Put the jacket over your head. Pass the strap around your waist. Clip at the front and then tighten. There are 2 red tags and 2 mouthpieces for inflation, and a whistle and a light for attracting attention. Make sure you only inflate your life jacket as you leave the...
The seatbelt sign is now off, but for your safety it's best to keep it fastened whenever you are seated. Please remain in your seat as much as possible and do not change seats. Today
Now that we're airborne, one of the things that Qantas uses to justify their above-average market price is their offering of complimentary food and beverages on board. Now, I've never eaten whatever this is in my life, but it tasted alright for this 1-hour jaunt across the Tasman. There's no offering of alcoholic beverages in any way, shape or form, but there is tea and coffee and also a range of juices that you can choose from. The meal itself was okay. I was more happy about the fact that they gave us something hot rather than it actually being tasty, but food is a very subjective opinion, and I'm not going to write home about this one. Hello everyone and welcome to the lavatory of the Qantas 717-200. We've got a functional sink, Qantas branded hand soap, and it's in a very clean condition, which I like. It's not the biggest, and given that this is in the premium cabin, it's not like an extravagant product, but it's decent enough for a 1-hour flight. You've got a coat hook up there, and an ashtray down there. Yeah, it's got a mirror. I can't complain. It's a functional bathroom. It's not, revolutionary, but it's alright. Now, on my way out of the toilet, the cabin manager pulled me aside and said, "Hey there, I noticed you're filming." And my initial thought was, oh no, here comes trouble. I was telling him what exactly I was doing, and his response was, "Oh my word, that's so cool. So do you fly just for the purpose of filming?" So I explained to him what my channel aims to do, and he even called over his other colleagues to have a chat with me. It was such a refreshing breath of fresh air, especially after what happened to me on certain other airlines this year. And I ended up just having a really good conversation with them. They were telling me about the A220 and how they were all excited to fly it, and I was telling them that I was thrilled that this was my last flight with the 717 because I didn't think that I was ever going to fly the 717 again. One thing that I genuinely love is seeing cabin crew passionate about their job and passionate about the industry, and it was a no-brainer that these crew really love what they were doing for the airline. Something that I did talk to them about was the fact that Boeing had been almost the backbone of the Qantas fleet's domestic operations, and we were all talking about how this was going to change once the A220 came into effect. A little while after I sat down, a crew member came and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey mate, this is for you." It was an exclusive lanyard made for the Qantas Link A220. It was honestly just such a nice experience that they cared so much about what they were doing, and they were so passionate about the industry. And for the first time ever, I was sad that this Melbourne to Hobart flight was coming to an end because I felt like I was walking away from some new friends that I'd met on board. So bear with me because we're unpacking a lot to conclude this flight. Qantas is finishing a year of hardship. Court cases, delayed flights, and a significant decline in trust from the Australian consumer is putting the future of this airline on the line. And I think a lot of Australians want to love Qantas because it's the national airline that gives them a sense of pride, but also it's fair to say that the airline has let down the Australian consumer this year. And having built its name on being a premium airline that brings Australians back home, it certainly needs to have a recovery strategy moving forward if they want to see Aussies fall in love with the brand again. Now, having weighed everything about today's flight, I can confidently offer it a combined total of 7 out of 10. While the crew were a major influence on this rating, I also like that they kept people informed about the delay, even though it was just a small one. As an airline reviewer, I want airlines to do well, and more so when the airline is an Aussie airline. So I genuinely hope that Qantas can work on its responsibilities as the flag carrier and come back strong in 2024. Before I leave you, a one-way fare across the two ports can cost you about $129 in economy. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Your support makes a huge difference in what I'm able to offer you because this channel is exclusively funded by myself. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Also, compliments of the season and Merry Christmas for 2023 for those of you who celebrate. I'll see you in another trip report. Have a pleasant day and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Welcome to Hobart. Qantas Link would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the airport's land, the Palawa people. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. The local time is 9:25 a.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is switched off. This morning we will be exiting the aircraft via the ramp. Please mind your step as you exit the aircraft. For safety reasons, please use the handrail and the designated walkway and refrain from using electronic devices between the aircraft and the terminal. Your bags will be available in the baggage claim area, so please check the screens in the arrivals hall. If you are continuing onto another flight, look for the Qantas ground team if you need any help. Smoking, vaping and the use of e-cigarettes is not permitted whilst disembarking or throughout the terminal. Please take care when opening the overhead lockers as baggage may have moved and could fall out. Before leaving, ensure you check your seat and seat pocket for any personal items. And if you can reach your phone, you can turn off flight mode now. On behalf of all of us here at Qantas Link and One World, thank you for choosing to fly with us. If you are visiting Hobart, we hope you enjoy your stay. And of course, to those returning, a very warm welcome home.
See you later,
All the
man.
best. Love to meet you. We'll see you on the A220.
Alright, see you later. Bye.